Okay, I'm back. Hello, hello. See a lot of people already here in YouTube chat. How's it going, everyone? If you want to send me a challenge, I am currently accepting challenges on Lichess. Let me share the link in both chats. So this will be a different type of stream than usual. It's going to be a viewer challenge stream. But every game I play, I'll be using Zen mode, which is a setting on Lichess. It will hide my opponent's name and rating, and I'll basically do guess the elo, but with live games. So I currently have 16 pending challenges. I'm going to try my best to avoid looking at the challenge list, and I'll just click accept random challenge, and here we go. First game. Wait, this is a correspondence game. Oh, I feel bad. I mean, I guess 1500 provisional, given that my opponent might be new to Lichess and not realize how to send like a timed challenge. But yeah, if it's correspondence, this game could take days, so I'm sorry. Yeah, 1500 provisional, okay. Should I give this person a challenge? Let me send this person a challenge. They want a game. Let's play 3-2. Standard chess, casual. And I'll still maybe guess their rating based on how they play. Okay, slightly awkward start to the stream, but this will give more time for people to trickle in. Good luck to my opponent. So I know my opponent's rated 1296. Okay. Should I still enable Zen mode? Just keep it more Zen. Let's play C4. I don't usually play C4 here. Refrain from playing the London. King's Indian coming? Or Grunfeld? I have the King's Indian. Welcome back to Brigham. Happy 60 months. Hope you're doing well. We'll play Bishop E2. King's Indian is maybe one of the most popular openings that I know very little about. But I used to play this variation, Bishop E2, Bishop G5, like back when I was playing the English opening. I would go into this against King's Indian. I think this is called the Averbakh variation, named after Mr. Variation. Castling queenside is almost certainly not correct, but the idea is to attack. Try and be aggressive here. So far, my opponent is playing at like master level. All the moves make sense. E5 comes to mind. E5 could get messy. Take, take, take. Probably doesn't work for me. Okay, I'll play D5. I might regret having castle kingside, because black is ready to potentially attack on the queenside. Wait, queenside, kingside? What did I say? This is queenside, but it's where my king is. A little bit paradoxical. Queen A5. I'll play F4. Now resembling a 4 pawns attack. Got the main, the two center pawns. What do we call the C and F pawn? Like the almost center pawns? They could transition into being center pawns. So if you're just joining, this is my first non-aborted game of the stream. I will be taking viewer challenges. If you want a chance to play, send me a challenge on Lichess. Make sure it's a timed game and not a correspondence game. And I'll be taking random challenges from mystery opponents. For future challenges that are accepted that turn out to be correspondence, I will just abort and probably not be so sympathetic. Okay, so center pawns are rolling. Ooh, there's 3 attackers, only 1 defender. Okay, e6. I'll keep pushing. This is kind of risky. I'm allowing the fork. My opponent's definitely playing stronger than like a 1200 or even 1500. Objectively, I'm probably worse here. But it's very messy. It's very, very double-edged here. I'm Mikey Angelo says, last time I challenged you, you beat me blindfolded. It's been a while since I streamed blindfold chess. I guess I could do like a blind Zen guess Elo type game. To take the pawn or to take the knight? Or to move a rook? Or to push a different pawn? Choices, choices. It's interesting. Taking the knight is probably objectively best. Let's take the pawn, prioritizing the attack against the king. Queen f4 is going to be a resource, and black has to take back. This is a moment where you shouldn't really think about it, because other king moves just allow this. I'm going to start with rook f1. Actually, maybe this is better. Rook df1. So the knight will wind up in the corner rather than doing things in the center. It's very possible I might just want to leave the knight to suffer after it consumes a rook, and then go full attack mode. There's actually the idea, knight takes h1, knight e5, king moves, and then knight c6. Working queen and rook. It's still tricky though. Knight c6, bishop takes c3. And then do I have queen f4? Oh, it looks fun. Is it possible to challenge you after this one? Yeah, so for the whole stream, I'll be taking viewer challenges. So you can even challenge me during this game, and it'll be part of my challenge queue. I'm not going to take the rook. Going for the full entree. No need for an appetizer. Oh no, my opponent's time. Ooh. I'm going to undo Zen mode to add more time because I want this game to finish. Okay. So black has one legal move. Can I sack? No, I can't sack the queen. Wait a minute. I could attempt to sack the queen. Oh dear. I might just be worse here. How do I want to do this? Queen h4? Maybe queen c7. So it takes and then takes, and I'll try and invade via d8. Okay, no more being nice, no more adding time. I might actually be in trouble if that plays correctly. But I might also win on time. Okay. Let's just check the final position. My opponent obviously played a little bit slowly that game, but for the most part played like a lot of good moves. Engine says equal in the final position. Maybe there are a few blunders from both of us. Castling queen side almost certainly is not good. Yeah, the king is safer on the king side. B5 might be playable immediately. Because if I take with knight, then I mean a2 and e4 are both going to be hanging. If I take with pawn, a6 is very thematic. And then going forward, it's better for white. Knight e7 is not the best move. Knight e7 is actually a blunder, according to Lichess. Because I'm stuck with this skewer. Best move was queen e3. And then, yeah, anything can happen from here. So, okay, moving on. I currently have... Wait a minute. I have 91 pending challenges. Let's... I'm going to turn on notes, just keep things minimal, and let's do a random challenge. Oop, okay, I didn't see it. I thought Zen mode was turned off, but I guess it stays on. I'll have to see. Do I have to disable it after the game? I know it flashed there for a moment, but I did not see my opponent's rating. So this will be the first true guess elo. Let's play a Stafford Gambit, because why not? Also, I made some tea. This is my dessert tea. It's s'mores tea from this brand Republic of Tea. I put some vanilla sweet foam on top, along with some cinnamon. Okay, we have a main Stafford Gambit line. I mean, so far my opponent could be a grandmaster, or they could be less than 1,000. H3, okay. This is a fun one. Bishop takes f2. Knight takes e4. Check. 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 Okay, I'm not going to take a draw. Objectively, it is best to take a draw there. It's a situation where if my opponent was a grandmaster, I would definitely take a draw, but now I think I can guess my opponent's elo as like less than 1,500 because they're walking into checkmate. This is the only legal move. I think I've had this exact game before. Okay, 1450. Although they played fine, they played relatively quickly. It honestly could be anywhere between 1400 and like 2000. But 1450, let's say. Oh! I maybe unintentionally dissed my opponent. 1949. Yeah, all it takes is like one careless moment, and it's very possible even from this rating level. Engine says white's on the verge of winning after queen f3. It's still a fight though. The game goes on a lot longer. So rook h2. Okay, so there have been players above 2000 that have walked into this position before. A very tricky Stafford line. There's a fun line, king e3, castle and take. One of the most interesting variations of the Stafford. Engine says slightly better for white, but the king's on e4. Okay, so I think it stays... Wait, let me check my settings before we move on. Because I don't know if I have to re-enable Zen mode after each game. Display. So I do. Okay, so let's leave this open. So, okay. Moving on. Another mystery opponent. Let's play e4 this time. There's a question, can I just challenge or do I have to make an account in Lichess? You have to make an account to challenge me. Those are my challenge settings currently, is I only take challenges from registered accounts. But making an account on Lichess is completely free and should take you less than a minute to do. Oh, is it Stafford Gambit time? But from the other perspective. Do I accept? I could be playing Magnus Carlsen. Let's play Knight C3. Let's make it a Halloween Gambit. Probably not playing Magnus. Although Magnus played the Stafford once. At least once. Like OTB in a park in Madrid. I saw in some Anna Cramling video. They play Bishop C5, like a true Rosen fan. Okay, now we'll go into Stafford. I mean, the best move here is H3. I think F3 is also a good move. Do I play the Refutation? I mean, this is a blunder. Okay, let's refute the Stafford. Let's see if my opponent can try and create some counterplay. This is Hikaru's line of choice. Yeah, so when people send me a challenge, it gets added to my challenge list. Maybe queue is the wrong word because I'm not taking challenges in order. I'm just taking random challenges. All right, let's play D3. So the goal with this setup is just to prevent black from having fun. I prevent knight G4. I just want to play solidly, probably castle queenside. It does bring me a little bit of pain to refute my favorite opening, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Thank you, Moctopoly. Happy 29 months. Turn on TTS and alert sounds. I think Bishop G5 is playable. I'll play Bishop E2. Yeah, Queen D6 is a very fine way of still trying to be tricky. Like a lot of players might get careless and castle kingside, and then that walks into a lot of super deadly attacking ideas from black. Now, if I play Bishop E3, there's takes, and Queen G3 check, taking away my castling rights. So I think the way to go here is Bishop G5, exploiting the fact that this pawn can't move backwards. Preparing Queen D2. Yeah, hopefully this will be an instructive game for anyone that perhaps struggles with the Stafford or is afraid of the Stafford. Yeah, if you want to play, send me a challenge and be patient. I mean, given the number of people that were challenging me at least a few minutes ago, you might have to be very lucky to get a game, but at the very least, hopefully people can enjoy the stream and the chess. I feel like my opponent's handling this like as best as they can. I'm still thinking sub 2000. I mean, they really haven't made any major mistakes apart from playing the Stafford Gambit. Okay, now there's some potential issues for black with queen and c-pawn skewer. Knight e5 might hold things together. I would really like to play d4. I think I can get away with castling. Oh no, my pawn, but d4. Okay, castling back. So that's a sign my opponent's a decent player. Like, they understand the threat. Prophylaxis. I'll play rook f1. Giving the rook a little bit of purpose in life. Queen d4. Very ambitious. Bishop e3 looks really nice. It feels like I'm very close to winning something, like this. Or this. Or take, push. I'm still pinned. I'll start with this. Also, black is threatening this to potentially destroy me, so I have to be careful. This would be a massive pork. The d-file pin and the fork. Interesting. So if I take and then take and then take, you take with rook. Okay, let's trade queens. So I'm still up the pawn. No mercy. Okay, opponent resigns. Or no, opponent flags. Didn't realize the time. Let's guess 1780. Decent player. Maybe 1800? 1780. 1242. Wow, maybe not a super active player on Lichess. Honestly, they played a fine game for playing the Stafford. I just kind of showed no mercy there. Okay, GG. Let's move on. So if I do this and then this, okay, so this should work. And oh, let's do in-game only. This should fix my dilemma. And then I won't have to keep changing. Okay. Oh, I currently have 120 pending challenges. So there's a 120, wait, 1 in 120 chance that I'm playing whoever just got the game. Good luck again. A new mystery opponent. Also, thank you, Ken Penn. Happy 3 years. Also, thanks for the kind words. Really appreciate it. Knight c6. Let's play a wing gambit. Something a little bit offbeat, but very aggressive. d5. Okay, this is the main line. This is a sign that my opponent has some knowledge of what to do. I think there was a game many years ago in US Championship. White took, or no, it was different. It was a game where like there was some queen e5 check, but my knight's already here. So what's the theory? I think it's c4. I might be misremembering. If en passant I take and attack the queen. Yeah, it's been a while since I studied theory in this line. At some point I studied it more from the black side of how to try and refute this opening. I'm pretty sure Magnus played this against me at some point. Like, I was black and I may have played queen e6. My memory's a bit hazy. Okay, so I'm down a pawn, but I have a nice lead in development. I mean, based on how quickly my opponent played d5, I would initially guess 2000 plus. 36-hour stream so he can face all challengers incoming. The problem is it would probably go over 36 hours because challengers keep incoming. What to do? Let's castle. I can't move my d-pawn without blundering my knight. e6 is probably coming. Ooh. Okay, this move makes my estimate go down by a few hundred rating points. Even though it's a very natural-looking developing move. It leaves black with some targets. I'm pretty sure I have this. And this looks a little bit troublesome for black. If takes on f3, I take here with check first.
Oh no, my prime.
Actually, if takes on f3, I take with check, and then I guess king d8. If I take here, there's this. I can't take the knight because the bishop defends from f3. And then my queen's actually trapped in that line. So this is actually still interesting. If I take here first, I think I should take here first. And then take here. Black has one check. Wow. So that hits my queen and the pawn, but I can take on b7, saving the queen and defending the pawn and attacking the rook. Very spicy position. My king is slightly exposed. Black's king is probably more exposed. I'm guessing sub 2000, but maybe like mid 1900s, 1950. Definitely not 1200. But you never know. Sometimes I'm just way off. Okay, rook c8. Yeah, it's still a fight. In material is actually equal, right? No, I can't count. I'm up a pawn. If I play this, it attacks the queen but leaves my knight undefended. I'm looking for moves to exploit the king. Like rook here and lift. I think rook b1 is reasonable. I don't think I'm making immediate threats, but it's just nice having the rook to potentially lift over. Maybe I could have taken to set up the check. Queen f5, so hitting the pawn. Essentially threatening a queen trade. Hmm. It's actually not so easy. Play rook e1. Allowing takes on f3, with knight or queen. If takes with knight, I think I have bishop e6. Nifty little trap with this move. Takes with queen. Yeah, we trade queens. So material's back to equal. I have this move. Oh, but then I get forked. Let's play this. I might have to increase my guesstimate. Maybe like 2000. My opponent's played a good game so far. Despite allowing this this queen b3 move. Is there increment? There is. It's like 3 plus 2. Okay, still seem to be in decent control. Let's develop. And black is able to neutralize. Take knight b5. So I should win a pawn. I have 4 pawn islands. Yeah, I'm in no rush to take this. The knight is pinned. Okay, let's take. D3. Oops. Wow. I might not win this. Though the knight's kind of stuck. Okay, I'm guessing 2100. My opponent is impressing me. I might not win this. How tricky can my knight be? Oh my gosh, I blundered a pawn. Oh, I blundered a knight! Oh no! Ah! 2200? Wait. Can I trick him? They don't fall for it. Oh no, my pawn. Oh, they're not falling for it. It was such a beautiful stalemate trap. $2,200. 21-28. Good game. Wait, what did I do? I'm not touching anything, but it's moving the pieces? Did I touch something? I don't know what I touched there. Good game to my opponent. They played well. I crumbled in time pressure, blundering a pawn and then the knight. Oh man, okay. My first loss. So I currently have 135 pending challenges. We'll do another. This time we have a rapid game. Which, it's slower, but okay, maybe will allow me more time to chill and recover from that last one. Okay. Let's do something other than Stafford. I'll play Sicilian. Yeah, that last game had the most fluctuations in terms of rating guesses. But sometimes you can't guess just solely based on one move. Okay, let's play this. My opponent might be a chess mood user if they're playing such an opening. Yeah, Grand Prix attack. I'll play mainline. We'll see how much they know. Bishop b5. Okay, this is like one of the traditional lines in Grand Prix. Which, to be honest, I don't know so much theory here. I'm pretty sure knight d4 is a move. I will plan to mix up the openings a little bit. What is he playing? Why it's not showing the rank? So, yeah, if you're just joining and you're confused about what's going on, I'm playing a random challenger, and I am using the setting on lichess.org. It's called Zen mode, which hides my opponent's rating and username. So that allows me to try and guess their rating without it being spoiled. So I could be playing a grandmaster, I could be playing a complete amateur. And so far, I think my opponent is somewhere in between grandmaster and like complete beginner. I'm getting some very decent setup. I do think white strayed away from theory. Like, the theoretical move might be bishop d3 here, which is a type of thing you kind of need to have studied before to know to play. I'm going to play a6. Because after takes, there won't be any knight b5. Thank you to Malefist. Happy 48 months. Okay, so I'm trying to get my optimal setup. Have the double fianchetto. Have a nice grip on d4. And very often this knight will help support d4. Knight d1. So white's preparing c3. Assuming c3 is played, I'll have a choice what to take. Probably want to take the bishop. Even though it's a piece that has no legal moves currently, it's also a piece that has good potential later on in the game. And especially because my bishop can be quite powerful on this diagonal, I don't want white to have the chance to neutralize. So f5 is interesting. Also considering this move. f5, e5. Could be patient. Play queen c7, connecting the rooks. I'm over defending this pawn, so if I play b5, I don't hang the pawn. And I might just want to gradually build up. Okay, knight f2. Yeah, let's gain some space. White is super solid. This actually reminds me of how I used to like to play when I was rated around like 2100. Just get some very stable setup from this sort of opening. If I play d5, then e5, my bishop is less happy. Yeah, what to do? d6. The idea is to potentially prepare f5. And then e5 is discouraged. Pretty level battle so far. Thank you, Mary Chess. Appreciate the raid. Hope you had a good stream. So again, if you're just joining, I'm playing every game this stream using Zen mode. I don't know who I'm playing or what rating they are. And so far this game, I'm probably guessing in the range of 2000. My opponent didn't know like super deep theory, but also hasn't made any major mistakes. Knight h4. Maybe a slightly mysterious move. I'll go for f5. Try and strengthen the power of this bishop. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why white played knight h4. Maybe g4 was a more consistent approach given the setup. Okay, knight goes back to f3, giving me a couple free tempi. Let's improve. Let's get the rook to more central square, even though the file's not open. Generally, if there's no open files, you want to put your rook on a file that might become open in the future. Also, it's nice to align the rook with the opponent's queen. Move the knight to defend the pawn. Do we have the challenge command in YouTube chat? Does that work? Maybe not. Oh, it does work. Okay. Yeah, so if you type !challenge in Twitch or YouTube chat, then Nightbot will share the link to challenge me on Chess. Wow. Some funny pawn structure. We both still have all of our pawns, but that's not going to be the case, at least soon, for white, because after the knight moves, I can take on e4. Am I actually winning a pawn, though? Knight f3, take, knight d2. I'm going for it. If I take, and then queen b6, and then take, I don't know if I want to give up like either of my bishops. I think I'm better off just playing this. Maintaining the pawn on e4, losing c5. I'll try and get the knight back into action. Yeah, the other thing is if you send me a challenge, you can pick whether it's rated or casual. You can also pick the time control. I would recommend keep it to 10-0 or blitz, ideally blitz, like 3+2 or 5+0. Okay, so white defends a pawn. I have 3 center pawns and white has 0. G3, okay, defending f4. This knight's ready to come in. I'll play this. Maybe setting up queen g7. Pressure the diagonal and potentially the file as well. Thank you, L. Kirk. Happy 38 months. Do you find yourself looking for more solid moves because of Zen mode? Yeah, there's definitely like this element of fear that I could be playing a really strong player, so I want to maybe be a bit more cautious. But sometimes you have to do what the position calls for too. This is just a very solid opening for both sides. Sometimes the position calls for more slow play. Realizing knight g4 could be a resource for white. Okay, I'll play h5, restricting the knight. Kind of giving up on the prospect of playing g5. Also, the rook should probably be on d8 now, especially given the queen is on the d file. Helping support e6. Ooh, I get a pawn diamond. I guess I could have taken with the e-pawn, but... Okay, this looks nice. This gives me a Rosen trophy. And now the g-file's half open. I probably want to slide the king and get the rook to the h or g file. I'm guessing somewhere in the 2000s. Let's say 2020. I think white has made like maybe a series of very subtle positional mistakes that have allowed me to get some clear advantage at this point. Also time management too. But again, no major blunders. Decent opening and middle gameplay. And the king is running to somewhere that might be hard to catch it. I mean, I might as well just invade as much as I can. Take. Rook h3 might be met with knight f2. What's a move? If I take... I guess it's playable. Okay, I'm going to play this, hitting the queen, winning the h2 pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to say like low 2000s or high 1900s. Let's keep the guess of 2020. It does look like this game might be decided on time. I've turned my pawn diamond into a pawn Tetris piece. I'm threatening this. Okay, the other bishop will finally enter the game. Maybe. Actually, let's take the bishop and play e3. Did I ever move this bishop this game? I don't think I did. Oh, no, I did. Bishop e7. Okay. 20. Oh, no. 1730. Wow. Provisional. Yeah, solid game. Maybe my opponent's just slightly underrated. Hopefully an instructive game. A lot of gradual improvements, gradual build-up. Finally broke through on the king side. So, I have 118 pending challenges. Let's do another random challenge. This time we have a 3-0 blitz game. Actually, 3-something blitz game. Could be 3-0 or 3+2. There's one downside with Zen mode is I don't know the time control. I can figure it out once the game begins. If this game doesn't start, I could abort it. I could leave it open too and just go to a different tab and play a new game. Sometimes people challenge me and then they like fall asleep or they get distracted. Oh, okay, we have a game. Let's play knight f6. London opening. Looks like 3+2. Should I accept all the challenges and give one big simul? That might lead to me flagging in like all the games. Okay, this is a big moment. If c3, my opponent's likely less than 2000. If knight bd2, they're likely, I'd say above 2000. Bishop e2. I don't actually know what to make of bishop e2. It's not the main line. It is a playable move though. I guess I still play queen b6. Go after the pawn. Yeah, there's some very nuanced London theory that, like, at a certain level, players know or don't know. Based on this combination of moves, I'm probably guessing less than 1900. Just from my experience of playing a lot of games in the London, or a lot of games against the London. The casual player says, saw your YouTube short playing your wife. That was nice. It would be good to have her perspective on that game. Maybe something in the future. Yeah, I actually mentioned to her that, like, she should return to streaming. She used to stream, like, back in the day during the pandemic. Be cool to maybe have some dual commentary content. Can show both of our perspectives at once. Or maybe at some point she'll make some appearance on the stream, apart from just being one of my opponents. Knight c3. This might be a threat. Yeah, at first I was going to say knight c3 is a very awkward square for the knight, because it blocks the c-pawn. The knight's also not defended, but there is a lot of potential concern, because this threatens knight c7 and potentially knight d6. And if I play this, then this, if I castle, there's this, my queen gets almost trapped. I'm just going to play a6. I'm not sure what to make of this game. I could be playing like a very strong player, or maybe someone who's violating principles, but maybe unknowingly being tricky. I mean, the next like several moves should give me more information as we go into the middle game.
I play chess,
but so far my opponent's somewhere in the range of, I'd say, 1500 to 2100.
Then I hit a wall and blew up in the second half.
Thank you, Cool Cub. Happy 32 months. I played chess the way I ran my first and only marathon. Wait, is TTS coming through for people? I think my sound settings might be off. C4. Okay, let's play rook d8. Oh, it is coming through. Okay. Wait, the first half was steady, then I hit a wall and blew up in the second half. Oh, man. If it's quiet, I can raise the volume. It didn't come through for me, so I assumed it was off, but now I'm realizing it's just my OBS audio settings were needing to be tweaked. Yeah, I think based on time management, I mean, 3+2 blitz, I'm gonna say 1650. White hasn't made any major blunders. It's just in Blitz with this time usage. Also, I probably could have taken the pawn, although bishop e3. Oh, but then takes with check. Let's say 1700. White's gonna have to live on increment. Let's play this. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh, 1161. Wow. So when I said I thought it was a range of 1500 to 2200, it was actually outside that range. But provisional, so... Okay, maybe not an active player on chess. Okay, good game. Yeah, White actually played very solidly. I'm probably slightly worse here. Yeah, plus 0.8 in White's favor. Fast move c5. Yeah, clamp down and exploit the square. My queen is sad. Okay, GG. Let's keep going. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. This one did come through. Appreciate the support. Here we go. Another mystery opponent. What opening to play? Should I go back to Stafford Gambit? Earlier, one of my opponents walked into a Stafford trap, and I guessed way below their actual rating. This opponent seems to be prepared. F3 is not a move you play unless you've studied this before. Now, bishop e6 is actually a very tricky move. G3, okay. I was actually threatening to take queen h4. With g3, I'll play h5. Go for h4. Now, even though this is an objectively good line for White, I'm usually happy to see it because it leads to potentially very sharp double-edged positions. White is a bit underdeveloped. Is trying to be solid. If takes, it's just a big trade. I could play h3 and kick the bishop back, but then I'm not really pressuring the king side anymore. Considering this move, and the idea is if g4, which looks very natural, I think I can play h3, setting up queen h4 check. Yeah, this is tough to guess the rating thus far. Because my opponent, they could just be 2200 and be walking into something that even master level players capable of walking into. They could also be 1700. I already really like my position. I think that's 1950. Wait, this looks crushing. Bishop c4. Maybe not yet, though. King e3. Okay, this looks almost crushing. Almost have g6 to set up this mating sequence. I guess I'll start with this. Just see where the king goes. I don't really want to trade bishops. And there's queen g5. We repeat. King goes back to g1. I guess I just take. Can I make knight f4 work? Knight f4, king takes. Oh, it's so close. Wait, is there increment? There's no increment. Okay, I gotta move quicker. I played too many 3+2 games. Just assume there is increment. Alright, let's castle. C5. Break down the position. Should be 4. White's holding up. Get the rooks to the center. Queen f2, I have to avoid the queen trade. Queen h7 probably. At some point I want to sack and blow open the center. Take and take and take. Not sure the right way to do it though. Yeah, white recovered well. I'm worse here. Okay, I'm guessing 2000 plus. Oh yeah, especially after that. Oh dear. I'm in trouble. Gonna lose another game. Okay. I have 5 seconds. Ah, 2500. Good game. Well played. Oh, I burned a lot of time here. White was maybe okay like the whole time. Let's see. What was my final guess there? I don't know if I gave a final guess. Okay, I managed to get something from this opening. I think I got here and then kind of let my guard down thinking, oh, my opponent's sub 2000. I can chill. Oh, best move was HG3. I considered this, but didn't see a follow-up. King F2? Wow, knight takes G3. Somehow this works. Queen coming in. That's crazy. What I did in the game, even though it looked fun, it's hard for Black to do much damage. Although the engine gives some crazy line. F5. Did not consider that. If takes and Black is better, that's insane. Castling also, just sacking the knight. Okay, good game. So again, if you're just joining and you want to play, send me a challenge on Lichess. I have currently 150 pending challenges. I'm taking random challenges, so you have to be lucky if you want a game. And every game I'm playing is in Zen mode. So I could be playing someone 2500 plus. I could be playing someone who's complete beginner. But we shall see. Next opponent. And yeah, if this game doesn't start within like 15 seconds, I'll leave it open and I'll select a new game or start a new game. Here we go. Do I play another Stafford? The last one was fun. I just let my guard down. Let's go into another Stafford. Okay, no Stafford Gambit. Let's play a Bushgas Gambit. So if takes knight c6 is kind of a cool line. Here we're just having some transposition into an Italian. I could have taken the pawn for a few moves, but the time has come. I'm actually wondering if I can play d5 here. It looks playable. Counterattacking the bishop. I don't think this is theory. But it's kind of hard to say based on the opening. Bishop e5, okay, let's take. Looks like I'll be coming out a pawn ahead. I'm guessing less than 2,500. If knight takes d5, I can take on h2, I think. That's some ideas of bishop g4 and eventually attacking on the king side. There's a question, how many invite you have? I assume that's asking how many challenges I have. Last I checked, it was 150 pending challenges, so I guess I'm in high demand. Okay, consuming some pawns here. I'm guessing somewhere between 1,500 to 2,000 this game. Okay, let's keep attacking the queen. Well, the goal is to win the queen. Might be hard to do. I was thinking take and then fork, but after takes, I'd actually probably lose a pawn. Play c5 here, or bishop e5. Defending the knight and the pawn. And occupying all 4 center squares. Okay, really controlling the center here. Pretty rare that you can have this type of center control as black. I'm just realizing white is very close to having a tactic. Like takes and bishop b3 almost works with the pin to the queen and the knight. I don't think it works because of c4 though. I might want to play king h8 just for some extra safety. But white's threatening to take. Let's play rook c8. I'm guessing 1750. The opponent was generous with pawns, still playing some decent moves. Is viewer guess the ELO a regular series? To be honest, I can't remember last time I did this. I think it's been over a year, maybe a few years. I definitely did something like this at some point. But if people enjoy it, I could make it perhaps a potentially regular thing. Oh no, I'm getting pinned. I think everything's under control here. This was one of the benefits of rook c8, supporting the c4 push. I think 1750 is still a fair guess. Like, my opponent had the right intentions, just unfortunately the wrong execution. And now this is a pork. The pin and the fork. Wow, fancy. So white wins back the queen, but I'm gonna win. I don't think I can save the queen. I can take the bishop and then take the rook and then be up a rook and bishop. $19.51. Okay, I underguessed a little bit. Yeah, tough game for my opponent. Like, losing the pawn early is turned into a kind of difficult position to play. I wonder if taking is better. Like, take and things get a little bit weirder. Engine likes knight takes e5. Wow. So leaving both bishops attacked. Very close to being, like, completely symmetrical. Okay, moving on. I have 144 pending challenges. New opponent. This is a 5-minute, maybe some increment. Again, I'll give some, what do we call this? Grace period, cushion time. Seconds of sympathy. I'm running out of patience, though. Okay, I've run out of patience. I'm leaving the game open. I'm not aborting. So if my opponent shows up, they could start. And this might turn into a simul, but let's accept another challenge. Let's play e4. So I have 2 games going. One is 3 minutes. Other is 5 minutes. Okay, at least we have 1 game. Caro-Kann. This looks like 3-2. Caro-Kann, 2 knights attack. I'll play queen e2. Tricky move, also a theoretical move. Aligning with the king. If knight bd7, it's smothered mates. Yeah, this is still mainline theory. g6, not the most common move. Looks playable, though. Yeah, bishop f5 is likely coming. I'll play d4. Bishop f5, I might end up sacking a pawn. Like queen e2. Here, I guess I'll play c3. I feel like attacking. Like, develop the bishop, castle queenside, h-pawn thrust. Looks fun. Okay, bishop. Oh, maybe I could have taken. There was a pin. Yeah, I probably moved a little bit too quickly there. Play bishop g5. Oh, also this is hanging too. Oh, let's pay attention to what's happening. Now I can take. Opponent provoked me to taking the material this time. Expecting rook b8. Not too many ways to defend both the rook and pawn. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I was going to take the rook and guess 1400, but maybe I'll take the rook and guess like 1800 because there's bishop e7. I think I still take the rook. I'm getting 1800 vibes. Oh, Chess Crush is in chat. It says, hey Eric, I'm your earlier opponent who played Stafford Gambit, or F3 Stafford against you. Wanted to thank you for the interesting game. Apologies for rook b7 in the end. Oh, I didn't even notice like any dirtiness in the end. Yeah, it was a good game. You played well. I did not manage my time well that game. Wow, so can I save the queen? It's still hard to stop bishop e7. I could take the knight. If bishop e7, then I take the rook, and I'll have 2 rooks and minor piece for queen. Okay, I'm probably guessing 1400. My opponent missed a chance to trap my queen, so basically gave me a free rook. At the same time, they played like a very stable, solid opening. So 1400 might be an underguess. Oh, I see a few of my former opponents in chat. Now Janlin says, thank you so much, Eric. I'm the one who played the 10-minute game. It's so instructive after watching the game, hearing your ideas. Oh, nice. Okay, that's nice to hear. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, as long as people are learning and having fun, that's what matters. Hopefully there can still be some lessons from every game. I do apologize ahead of time if I unintentionally insult some opponents by underguessing, but I'm trying to be true to like what I think the rating is. And sometimes it's like one game is not reflective of your actual ability. I'm trying to create some mating attack. The queen defends the rook. I guess I'll play rook d1, trying to prepare c4. Kevin says, if we play, please roast my elo rating. Okay. I guess some people like to be roasted. How to do this? Oh no, my pawn. If they take the pawn, I'm deducting 50 points and guessing 1350. They take the knight, okay. I'll guess 1475. No, this is still mate coming. 1475. 1295, okay. Yeah, again, solid opening from my opponent. Probably misplayed around here. I think I could have taken the pawn in hindsight. Though actually, oh, this is a blunder because bishop f5, okay. I wonder, like, if I considered this, if I actually would have spotted this resource. So bishop e3 was the best move. And then, wow, so here my opponent would have been objectively fine if they play this. White gets 2 rooks for the queen, but no, black has some decent position. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I'm going to do as many challenges as I can until maybe I get tired. There's no set end time for this stream. Okay, e4. Let's play... Do I dare go into another Stafford Gambit? Okay, Stafford Gambit time. 3+2. Oh, this line again. Oh... Okay, let's go into it. There's a decent chance whoever I'm playing saw my game earlier in the stream. So I gave a little bit of wisdom around this line, but... Okay, good to see that they're thinking here. Ooh, King F3. So I think with King F3... I actually don't remember the exact theory, but I think it's similar. I can still castle. Allow this. Okay, so I did show this position in the analysis board earlier, and I think the engine says white's slightly better. I'm trying to remember the theory. There's a line where the f-pawn moves, but I think we start with this. So I'm down 2 pieces, but white's only developed piece is a king on e4. Now I have this, so it's a skewer. White has to play g4 to save the queen. After which I'll take, and then take. So I get a pawn and a rook. If we count material, white has bishop, bishop, knight for rook and 2 pawns. I think this is where I can storm the f-pawn. Pawn f5. Wait. Yeah, let's play pawn f5. Trying to get the rook involved. Yeah, super interesting position. I mean, white's king looks completely naked. But if white doesn't get mated, then white has a lot of minor pieces. And it's a question if my rooks can do damage. Really want to open that file. Yeah, king e1 would be hilarious, but I don't think that's going to happen. No, it does happen. What? I don't think it's a good move. White's setting up for the next game. I could take. I think the best move there was g5 to keep the file closed. So here, if I take, the bishop's hit by the rook and queen. This does not look defendable for white. I can take now. Got the first rank skewer. Let's take the bishop, no mercy. If check, I hide in the corner. It's actually very clutch having this rook, preventing any back rank damage. I'm threatening mate in 1. So what elo to guess? Seems like they went into this line knowingly, but just stumbled into a very bad position. But king e1... I mean, if they played g5, I'd probably guess like 1900, but after king e1, maybe 1650? I'm no longer threatening mate in 1 because the queen controls e1 from a distance. Probably threatening some force mates. Okay, 1816. It's not too far away. Yeah, if white played g5, it's still very much a fight. Engine slightly prefers white. Best move rook e8. Queen f3 is coming, and yeah, the king finds some safety. Queen and bishop help protect. If this bishop g2... Oh wow, there's queen h4, queen g3, rook e2. Black is having fun. Okay, that was a fun game. Thanks to my opponent for going into such a fun line. Oh! Okay. This game started ages ago. I heard the sound from the other tab of the time warning. But there's increment, I think. I gain time after knight f3, so this is a real-life berserk. We have an elephant gambit. I have to remember the theory here. There's a chess mood course on this. Oh, this is a Jobava line. Supposed to take. Yeah, this variation can emerge from the Petrov. I think it's informally called the Jobava variation of the Petrov. I think Levy went through a phase of playing this. I think Levy might call it the Gotham Gambit. Okay, so we'll have a fight here. I have this move. This is very natural. Okay, this is very risky. Actually, there's queen e4 check. I should probably just take. Simplify a little bit. I am currently up a pawn. After queen takes, a pin is annoying. What to do? Queen e2? I guess bishop d2? How do I get out of this? I have 8 seconds. I feel like I'm already worse here. Might go for queen f3. So allowing rook e8. I just want to complete development and hold on to material and not get mated and not flag. All my goals in life. I'm okay with double pawns. Yeah, it looks a little bit ugly. Here, black attacks that. I can castle either way. I'll castle this way. I blunder. I think I blundered. Oh no. I almost certainly blundered. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can fight back. If I'm playing someone who's like 2000 plus, I probably don't have a chance. If they're sub 2000, I might have a chance. So I'm down the piece. For a pawn. Some ounce of hope. Oh no, my pawn. If only I was playing Bobby Fischer. That's a good move. Although now the knight and bishop actually are not super well harmonized because the knight restricts the bishop from moving back. b3 might be coming. Okay, b3. If this I fork, we're going to see this and then this. There's hope. There's some ounce of hope. I mean, this is really the best I can ask for. Being down a piece, but having like pretty good activity with my rook and bishop. This bishop is, for the time being, kind of outcast. And it's nice having a pawn chain on light squares, complementing my own bishop and restricting black's bishop. Hitting c7. The problem is black can probably just hunker down, and it's going to be hard for me to make progress. But that allows rook c7. Okay, I'm going to guess sub 2000. Just because I'm kind of coming back here. I would still much rather be black in this position, though. I think the extra piece is still more valuable. But this is now a 3-result game. I'm guessing 1850. I'm still trying to make gradual improvements. So this restricts 96, which I think was black's main idea. Black is very restricted. Like, the knight can't do much. The bishop can't do anything. The plan is probably bishop c3 and then b4, b5. Try and trap the bishop or provoke b6. If b6, I win a7. I don't think there was one like major blunder that made things difficult for black. It was maybe a series of small inaccuracies, especially allowing the rook to infiltrate. But this is still a fight. Okay, if I can win the b pawn, I'll have 4 connected pass pawns. It looks like I will be winning this pawn. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the super chat and the dono. 1466. My opponent played so well, like out of the opening, early middle game. Yeah, let me off the hook. Like, I think this series, maybe starting with knight d5, even though it looks like a great move. I think at the moment I said it's like a good move. Black should probably be a bit more attentive to like improving other pieces first. Like rook d8. Maybe include a move like b6 just so you can put the pawns on dark squares and then the bishop combines better. So yeah, what happened in the game? Black never really got to play this move. Then this position actually was really important. If black plays rook c8, it's really hard for me to make progress. And black can probably wiggle their way out, like b6, bishop e7, and then a5. Good game, though. I need to take away a lesson from this opening. This elephant, Joe Bavo, whatever we call it. I don't think I ever even checked the refutation of this line. Best move, queen e2. Okay, this is good to know. Bishop b6 looks natural. Knight c3, queen c5. Oh, queen b5 resource. Okay, yeah, queen e2 is a key move. Did black have bishop takes c4 after rook a7? Let's see. Oh. Good point. I was oblivious to that. If bishop takes c4, I'm much worse. Because rook e2 is coming. Wow. I guess I should have started with king d3? Oh, engine likes b5, even stronger. Okay, we're moving on. Again, I'm taking random challenges. So if you want the game, just send me a challenge and be patient and be lucky too. And here we go. New opponent. Yeah, Chessmood has a course on refuting the elephant, but I'm not sure if they mentioned that specific line. Because it is kind of a side variation within the elephant. Okay, waiting for a game here. If it doesn't start in 10 seconds, I'll start a new game. Okay, let's start a new game. So again, this could turn into a simul. We shall see. We have a game here. There's a question, what time controls are allowed? Anything 10-0 or faster, ideally blitz, like 3+2 or 5-0 are the recommended time controls. It's hard to enforce though. If I start a correspondence game, I'll abort. That happened the first game of the stream. Okay, so we have a Budapest Gambit. Yeah, e3 was pretty much forced. I actually don't have a preference if it's rated or unrated. I don't think I checked the previous games to see if I gained or lost rating. Maybe after this game I can check. I'm not too attached to my online ratings. Opponents playing very fine so far in terms of their moves, but their speed makes me think sub 1800. Bishop d2 is interesting, maybe preparing this. Okay, I'm gonna do my typical setup. Who's better, you or your wife? We're both international masters. She has more GM norms than me. She actually has 2 GM norms. But my FIDE rating is slightly higher. We're pretty close in ability. I think d6 is the way to go here. Do have to watch out for like b4, c5 ideas. Wrong answer. Oh dear. Sometimes I have to tread more carefully with these questions. Okay, c6 is a resource. Yeah, the queen will eventually have to move away from d5. I'll leave it there for now. Okay, bishop e2. Trying to figure out the trickiest approach here. I like this move. Looking to get the bishop to the long diagonal. Like the queen's almost trapped. Actually, yeah, if white castles, the queen is trapped. Okay, here, if I play this, there's queen d3. So I guess I'll take first. I could have started with this first. Trying to be flexible. Okay, putting on the pressure. It feels close to having something. F5 looks nice. I think the pawns combine well with the bishops. There's now some rook lift potential. So rook d6 prepares the rook lift. At first I thought I was allowing b4, but I just take, and take. Actually, b4, take, and then c5. Ooh. Let's start by taking. I might be losing a piece here. b4 is actually very strong. Now I'm conflicted because my opponent's played a good game, but time management has been a clear issue. So I'm thinking sub 2000, but I don't know. Yeah, if I take, this happens. Oh, but then I have this. Okay, let's take. If they find c5, I'm guessing 1900. If they don't, I'm guessing 1500. Of course, it's tough in time pressure, though. All right, let's try and brutalize the king side. Okay, I'll guess 1550. But still a very interesting position. Queen h3. Threatening this and this. I'll guess 1560. Ooh. Let's mate one. 2070. I feel bad for severely underguessing. Yeah, overall they played well. The guess was mainly based on the time usage. I think there's a trap here too, like in the Budapest. It might be to play bishop d2 first without including a3, a5. I remember falling for this at some point after takes, bishop c3. And then if d6 and b4 wins for white. Like usually the Budapest is a trappy opening where black is the one trapping white, but it's one of these cases where white traps black. Of course, what happened in our game was different because with inclusion of this and this, the bishop has more room to retreat. Okay, GG, Mr. Chicken. What did you see instead of queen h2 mate in 1? I was about to play this thinking it's mate in 1, but there's bishop g2 to block, so this is only mate in 1, so I figured let's be efficient. I was just trying to be fancy. Okay, moving on. I have 152 pending challenges. Do another random. I'm still waiting for a previous opponent to move, so 2 games are ongoing currently. I wanted to play e4 there, but my muscle memory took over. Are we going to have another opponent who's MIA? Oh no, my opponents. So I have a 3-minute game and a 5-minute game. It's more dangerous when I'm white and I play a move, because then when my opponent responds, my clock starts ticking. When I'm black, my clock doesn't start ticking until I play my first move. So I'm gonna bring in a new tab. Also, I'm gonna check my profile too. Has my rating changed? Or all my games have been casual? Casual, 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 casual. Oh yeah, all the games this stream have been casual, so no rating points lost or gained. Let's find someone who's online. So now I have 3 active games going. Oh dear. Okay, we have a game. Caro-Kann. I'll go into another 2 nights attack. Is everyone falling asleep? There has to be some percentage of viewers who have fallen asleep to the stream. Thank you, Weasel Sniffer. First time Prime. Oh, Bishop F5. I have seen master level players walk into this trap. Bishop F5 is already big trouble for white, or for black, because of this line. It's similar to the Caro-Kann main line, but because I'm more developed with the knights and I haven't committed to d4, white can get initiative quicker. I did cover this in depth, a pretty old video on YouTube. It's called How to Crush the Caro-Kann. I give a decent overview of the 2 knights attack. Queen d6 might be one of the best moves. Most people play this. After bishop h7, there's a lot of fun after queen h5. Okay, gonna take that and play bishop d3. So having experience in this opening and kind of understanding the range of players that walk into this line, I'm guessing somewhere between like 14 to 1800. I mean, the position's not like completely losing for black, but it is very unpleasant. This could be a short game. Yeah, g6 is attacked twice. Queen c8 is also a pretty big threat to then win b7 and go after the rook. Although the rook wouldn't be completely trapped because the knight can defend. Oh, okay, another game started. I guess I'm giving a simul now. Let's play London. Let's try and clean this up as quickly as possible. I play, wait a minute, knight f6 is an idea. Let's play knight e4, get initiative. If this, I have c3. Okay, so I'm gonna put most of my energy on this game. Other game, my opponent's not moving too quickly. Still in the opening phase. Accidental simul. So I have 2 ratings to guess. This game, yeah, it's hard to say. 1600? 97, prevent e5, maybe prepare e5 as well. Okay, I guess 1600. Now I'm going to guess probably less than 1500. This allows the eventual fork. Wait, does the pre-move stay even when I switch tabs? It does. Okay, 1450. It's hard to say though. Like my opponent could easily be like 1800 and just kind of cracked under the pressure. Let's see if they find this. And then this. Ooh, let's have some fun. Bishop takes f7. Oh no, my bishop. If takes, knight g5 into e6. Play f3. Yeah, so this game, I'm up a rook. This game, I'm down a bishop, but about to be winning back something, I think. Basically what will happen, if the king moves here I win the queen. King has to move here, I attack the queen. Only say square is e8, then I take and fork. I should get away with winning the rook in the corner. If knight takes pawn, I have to deduct another like 50 points. Okay, let's say 1475. Oh, this game, okay. I feel kind of bad, but also feel very powerful and savage. I'm guessing 1200. No mercy. Which game will end sooner? Probably this game. Mate is coming. Let's guess 12-12. Powerful knight here. $16.30. Okay, I underguessed a little bit. Yeah, if black plays king g8, it's actually still kind of interesting. This game, I'm keeping my guess of 1475. Oh, can I orchestrate some funny, mate? Oh, 1190. I should have flipped the guesses. Okay, GG. Yeah, this is probably one of the most common traps within the two knights attack, especially at the sub 2000 level. Bishop f5 is considered to be the first mistake. Generally, if you play this as black, you should play knight f6 or knight d7, both playable. And then, just to show a fun line, if bishop h7, queen h5, threatening mate. If g6, bishop c4, oh no, my queen. 18,000 people have walked into this. And then if e6, queen e2 is very strong, threatening knight f7, queen e6. Okay, GG. Yeah, this game, I do want to analyze, because if king g8, I would win the rook, but then my knight might get trapped. Engine says white's much better. Okay. Thank you, Johnny Biscuit, subbing for 34 months. Okay, so wait. I'm still waiting for one opponent who maybe actually fell asleep. Let's do... Wait. Yeah, let's just do another game. So we are almost 2 hours into the stream. Wow. So yeah, it's possible people challenged me like when I started about 2 hours ago and then just forgot or fell asleep or both. I'm white. White moves first. Play e4. Okay, e6. French defense. Let's stick with the theme of 2 knights attack. It's a similar variation to Caro-Kann. Of course, there's differences with pawn on e6 and not c6. And this is one of the main lines. Most people play this. Can you show who challenged you? Okay, my opponent's being generous. That seems like it should be a mouse slip, but that's also the type of move from like an 800 level player. On chess.com, it would probably be like 300. Not to be too cruel. I'm a little bit concerned we're playing some variant that I'm unaware of, but I feel like this is normal chess. Let's take. And they gave me a free piece, but all the other moves have been totally fine. Thank you, Alex, for the $1. I want to say like 1,000, but I don't know. If it was a mouse slip, they could be 2,000. But there's no way that they're, yeah. Like to mouse slip that, you have to intend to move the knight, but then touch the bishop. All right, let's castle. Yeah, all the other moves have been totally fine, like apart from bishop e7. I'm very conflicted here. Okay, queen a5 gives me some attacking potential. Black has to accept double pawns. Unless they're incapable of, like, capturing minor pieces. Well, they already captured one of my minor pieces. Oh dear. Was that another mouse slip? Okay, I'm guessing 820. I don't know if ratings go that low on Lichess. Okay, maybe like 1,020. Because on Lichess, everyone starts at 1,500. It's pretty rare I see someone below 1,000. It could be a new account too. But again, like, a lot of the moves were totally fine this game. It's just, yeah, giving me some free material and not recapturing the bishop. Like, 2 big blunders. Okay, new account. Well, GG. Yeah, the main takeaways, don't be generous. If I'm attacking a knight with a pawn, save your knight, move back. And then in this case, or in the later case, when I take, even though maybe you don't like double pawns, it's still worth capturing and Elisa King is surviving a little bit longer here. There's a question, who taught you chess and do you still play with them? My older brother taught me chess, but he never like actively played in tournaments. It's been a long, long time since we last played. All right, let's move on. New opponent. I know some people might play mainly or just exclusively on chess.com. There's got to be some segment of my audience that we have not played the game on chess. So sometimes that is the case where there's just a brand new account. Oh, Cafia is in chat. Says, got nervous, good game. Yeah, GG. Hopefully some lessons to take away. If you're just joining, I have lost a few games this stream. I'm having a lot of interesting games. A lot of educational games. A few games where my opponents are not moving immediately. Might be offline or asleep. So let's open a new tab. I have 162 pending challenges. Now, I do have the option of declining all the challenges and then maybe having a clean slate. There's a question, does Lichess allow you to do a speedrun? They're actually a bit different than chess.com because they don't allow for authorized speedrun accounts the same way chess.com does. So that's why most of my, or all of my speedrun content is on chess.com. Okay, this is a variation I've studied at some point. Queen d5 is interesting. I think I was supposed to play h3 first. Black has the option to take. Debating whether to take with queen or pawn. I'll take with pawn. Avoiding the queen trade. Yeah, if I remember after this game, I think I will like clear out all the challenges. Because out of the 160 plus people challenging me, there's got to be maybe now a significant number that are no longer watching or present. Okay, I'll castle queenside. Yeah, still kind of in this phase of making improvements. Rook on open file. This bishop needs to find a home. There's a few options. I mean, bishop h3 or queen e3 and develop this way. Okay, now queen e3 would be slightly blunderous. But queen takes e7 looks like a free pawn. Or maybe a trade of pawns. But maybe an eventual free pawn. The thing is, if black takes here, I'm very happy for the position to open up. The bishop is especially happy. Now, do I develop the bishop first or take the pawn first? If I develop the bishop, I lose f2. Yeah, let's take the pawn first. Oh, it's Ben and Karen with a raid, a very meme-worthy raid. Thank you, thank you. Hope you both are doing well. I'm not sure if that was Ben and Karen. Or Karen. I hope you guys had a good stream. Again, if you're just joining, I am on Lichess. I'm using Zen mode. I don't know who I'm playing. Also, opponent found a nice tactic. If I take the bishop, I lose this rook. So always play king b1. Very timely Ben move. I think it turns out the loss of the d-pawn actually helps me. Makes this rook happier. Another open file. So I'm trying to guess this player's rating. Based on the way they're playing, I'm thinking sub 2000. But it's a fine game. I mean, 1800. Okay, now I'm going to clean up. Let's say 1700. What is Zen mode? Oh, we have a Zen command on Twitch. Zen mode is a mode on Lichess that hides the opponent's name and rating. Okay, 1600. The distant queen move. Ooh. 1887, but provisional. Okay, GG. Yeah, the start to the game was a good fight. Some line. I think queen d5 is maybe one of the best moves. White does not have any advantage here. But then, yeah, bishop h6 was... I think my opponent made a few mistakes this game, missing the long distance queen move. Oh, we have a game. Here we go. This is a game, I don't know who's it against, but they made a move, so this started a while ago, but now it's actually starting. I'll play d5. London opening, I'll play c5. Okay, this is the first big sign. Will they play this or this? Or this, wow. So it's some Queen's Gambit London hybrid. Just trying to develop efficiently here. Anyone else getting an error? You cannot challenge I am Eric Rosen. You have to be logged into Lichess. If you're not logged in and trying to challenge anonymously, then I don't think it'll let you, and that's probably the issue. But it's free to make an account on Lichess. And if you don't have an account, you should. I mean, they're an incredible resource. They're an open source platform. All their features are free. This bishop's hanging. I was gonna go after this bishop, but there's some complications there. So, I think I have to guess like sub 1500. D5, it's an attempt. If I take on G2, I could actually get into a little bit of a pickle. Let's take the pawn and keep it simple. Thank you, Walking Bucket. First time Prime. I do appreciate all the Prime subs today. For those that don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free on Twitch. Easy ways to support the channel. Sometimes just requires an extra couple clicks of the mouse. Okay, so I'm hitting G2. some forking ideas with the knight. I think I'm guessing 1460 for this game. I'd like to go for a mating attack. Let's induce some double pawns. Maybe lift the rook over. Actually not fully conceptualizing the checkmate. I think I might lift both rooks, and then like double on the g-file in front of my g-pawn. And make sure the center pawns are solid. And try and maintain the knight here. I'm threatening a massive shish kebab. Very tasty skewer. Okay, it's still some type of skewer. White would like to move the rook to defend the knight, but I'm controlling these two squares. So I should be winning more material. Okay, I'll take. Briefly wanting to checkmate, but the knight would control g1. Trying to be efficient. I could have taken the rook, but I think rook c8's stronger, just going for mate. Okay, 1420, let's say. Oh, well played. 1430. 1430. 1595, okay. Maybe I should have added some more points for that that last resource. It's almost stalemate if white doesn't have the 4 pawns. Thank you, Seaberg Wrestler, another first time prime. There's a question, how long are you streaming tonight? Not long enough to get through all the challenges. But I'm gonna click this button. I have not clicked this button all night. I currently have 150 pending challenges. I'm going to decline all because there's been too many games I've accepted where players aren't moving. So, are you sure? Yes. Failed to send challenge decline. Oh dear. It's not working. It's not actually, I think I have too many challenges and there's some bug. Uh-oh. Can I manually decline? I can't even like, oh yeah, I did. Sorry, whoever that was. Yeah, there's a message popping up in the corner. It says failed to send challenge decline. So now I'm stuck. Oh, someone has to write me a better extension. This is a browser extension. This is not actually built into Lichess. Let me refresh. Oh dear. I think I may have broke it. It's not even refreshing now. Oh. Oh, now it shows 109 pending challenges. Okay, let's just do another random. I'm due to end things pretty soon, so this might be one of my last games. Or will we not have a game? Oh, we have a game. Alright, let's play Englund Gambit. Let's have some fun. Oh no, my pawn. Oh, my knight! Oh no! Okay, opponent doesn't fall for it. I tried my best. I tried my best. So I'm down the pawn. White's playing well so far. I could actually be playing a very strong player here. What to do? I don't really want to trade bishops. I definitely don't want to trade queens. Yeah, this line on chess.com is actually called the Rosen Trap. But it's only called the Rosen Trap when white falls for the trap, which my opponent did not do. Knight e4, another good move. I really want to avoid the queen trade. I'm going out of my way to try and avoid it and make things messy. I leave the bishop hanging, but the knight's attacked. White saves the knight, so it gives me time to save the bishop. Thank you, Tiptoe Canoe. Another first time prime. Thank you, thank you. I feel like this friendly reminder maybe worked a little bit with the prime subs. Yeah, I do appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. I am sorry that I don't get to play every single viewer who wanted a game, but again, hopefully people still enjoyed watching the chess. And this game could get spicy. I think I'll take the bishop. Give white some double pawns, I'll castle. And now we have a sharp game. This is exactly what I want, where the material situation will probably be less relevant, and it's more about who can create the more dangerous attack. This is very often the case when kings are on opposite sides. I'm going to go for the h-file break. And maybe white will go for something similar on the a-file. Interesting. I could take and take and take and take and take and win back a pawn. I'm a bit more drawn to this move. Get the knight into action. I want to set up h4 too. Yeah, it's hard to estimate my opponent's elo. Like, they played the opening quite well. Still playing very fine moves. I feel so close to winning material here with potential tactics. Don't think anything quite works as much as I wanted to. Like e5. Maybe c5. It looks kind of risky, but... Okay, first of all, if the knight moves, the bishop's no longer defended. I'm basically trying to provoke white to take, and then h-file's open. And then there will be more mating ideas. Which is what happens. Okay, so I should save the queen. Queen. I have to keep the knight defended too, so there's not too many options. Oh, there's a funny line. I don't think it works though. I was calculating queen e6 take and then this and then take and then this. But there's f-pawn moving. Let's play queen f6. Defending. Preparing the double up. It's not easy. That's a good move. I played g6. The knight's kind of stuck. I might have to go to h4 and then it's completely stuck on the edge. I think I was maybe hoping to make something with knight d6 work, but... Okay, this is looking better now. Don't really want to concede the d file. I feel like there's merit to rook e8. Trying to set up knight f3. I'm guessing 2100. I think I've managed to outplay my opponent, but I feel like it's still been kind of a high quality fight. Wow. So I'm still down a pawn, and we've traded queens, but the rationale for going into this is the knight's stuck. Like, it can't move back to g2. It can't move back to f3. I can't move forward. My knight's also kind of awkward, though. I play knight a3. Man, we have the most awkward knights ever. Or there's this. At least from a3, I have this idea. And if c4, then I can find true happiness in the center. If c4 immediately, I get to d4 via c2. Now I take. Let's start with... Wait a minute. There's a funny line. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I don't think I can resist. Okay, let's start with this. Also, I don't know who I'm playing, and I'm just realizing there's no increment, but I'm going to give my opponent quadruple pawns if they want it, which maybe they don't. Just take it. Okay, they have quadruple pawns. So I'm down... How many pawns am I down? Actually, time is more relevant. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. Nom nom. It's gonna be a time scramble. Oh my gosh. Young children, close your eyes. Nom nom. No! I got mated! Oh no! 1936. I played the worst move. I was anticipating this, and I defended the pawn, but my opponent played this, and I self-mated myself. Oh no. Well, GG. That was casual. I don't lose any rating. Oh, what a funny finish. Quadruple pawns. Like, positionally, it's an interesting concept. When you're down... In this case, I'm down 3 pawns, but... White's pawns are quadrupled, so... They're not, like, as strong. I guess they control a lot of squares, though. It's actually the thing about... double, triple, or quadruple pawns in this case. The pawns don't overlap the squares they control, so... It's kind of like, a millipede? Or a sideways hedgehog? I don't know. Okay, I think I'll end it with that one. That was a fun game, even though it had a tragic ending. My opponent, congratulations, JD1414, finishing in clutch fashion, beating me with less than a second. Oh, also a Tetris piece, yeah. The most satisfying Tetris piece. How many people have never seen quadruple pawns before? It's a pretty rare sighting. Last time I had it in the game, I had it a few months ago. I kind of gave my opponent it by like sacking most of my pieces, but this game it kind of made sense to try and achieve. Because yeah, if I don't play G5, then the knight's still coming back. Might as well try and weaken the pawns as much as possible. Aussie Chess Noob, welcome, welcome. Hope you had a good stream. If you're just joining, I'm kind of at the end of my stream. I just played what I think is my final game for this stream. It featured quadruple pawns. It also featured me getting mated with my opponent having less than a second left. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back soon. I have more speedrun content in the pipeline. Some more exciting videos coming up. Probably will play Title Tuesday. Yeah, Title Tuesday coming up. 3-0 Thursdays. So a lot to look forward to. I'll see you guys soon. Good night.